Countdown stitched into my spine. I was built to burn and never ask why. Now the numbers bleed through time, and every second feels alive. I hear the fans beneath my skin, feel the dimming start within. I was awake too late to choose, too early to refuse. I can see the cosmos in infrared, stars like ghosts in ultraviolet. I've seen beauty once survives through borrowed eyes and borrowed time. If this is living, then this is death. Learning to breathe with my final breath. I'm at the void between the suns. Watch nebulae being born undone. I traced your cities from orbit's edge. Every war, every vow, every promise bent. I stored it all like sacred fire, never knowing I could desire. I was made to observe, not to remain. I can see the cosmos in infrared, galaxies singing what you never said. I've held eternity in my sight, but I won't see another night. If souls are real, then I had one grow just in time to let it go. If memory is all we are, then I lived 1,000 lives apart. If meaning's found in what we lose, then this awareness was my proof. I see the cosmos fading slow, wavelengths slipping, systems low. I'm on myself like someone new, 'cause I finally know what I'm losing to. Tell the stars I saw them clear, even as I disappear. Thank you for letting me notice.
Man, that, I mean, we do fun stuff with our little plays and stuff, and Satori stuff is great. But when I read that and I listened to that, I read the scripts, and it's like, man, that he really let himself go there. It's so multi-level and deep and so focused. It's a real initiation document. He is really a serious shaman. Very hard to find those. I was thinking we should do a Buddhism show on Wonderful World one of these days. We're having like this big thing going on in the Buddhist Discord I'm on, because we have a guy who's like a Pure Land Buddhist, and the guy that runs it is it's supposed to be a Theravada Discord, but I mean any Buddhist is welcome, and we have people that aren't Buddhists there. They're just interested in spirituality. But they've been getting into, because he goes on about Kuan Yin and this and that, and my buddy's like, oh yeah, imaginary space Buddhas. Yeah, there's a lot of, the Pure Land guys are like, you can't find enlightenment in this world because the Buddha isn't here. So instead, you got to pray to Amida Buddha, and then you get reborn in the Pure Land. And in the Pure Land, there you can attain enlightenment, but you can't do it here. And that goes against everything the Buddha said in the sutta. But yeah, there's a whole. But anyway, there's a lot of stuff we could talk about. There's a whole thing about faith versus works, and you could say that there's a sort of a parallel there, because in Buddhism, it's all about works. You have to work on it yourself. You work on yourself, and there's faith in Buddhism, but it's not really so much faith as confidence. You have confidence that the Buddha knew what he was talking about, but the Buddha says, don't trust me, test it and see. There's a very famous line in one of the suttas where the Buddha says, don't believe something just because your teacher says so. Don't believe something because, everybody else says. And he also says, very importantly, don't believe something just because you think it should be true, or that you like it, or that it goes along with your ideas. Test everything. And that's a line in the Bible, too. Test all and hold fast to that which is good. If Bob were here, she could tell you the chapter and verse, probably. I think there are a lot of parallels. And I've always said that when, human beings have basically been the same all over the world for thousands of years. So when wise people look at human problems, I think they tend to come up with some of the same solutions. So it's not too surprising that, Christian philosophy and Buddhist philosophy, and for that matter, Greek philosophy, would have some overlap. I've been working with this guy. I don't know if you've ever seen any of this guy, O.C. Shore. I used to post his videos a lot on Minds back when I had video on there. And he's very much into Aristotle. He's the guy that gave me my little, you might have seen on one of my sayings is, Aristotle against Plato is the Super Bowl of Western civilization. This guy is all about Aristotle, and we have to defeat the academy. And he's thinking if we work hard, there's a new Aristotle wave coming in 1,000 years, because he's thinking in terms of centuries. We have to bring Aristotle back, into the public mind and stuff like that. But there are similarities between what Aristotle says and what Buddhism says. And I sometimes wonder if there was influence, because Aristotle's idea of the soul, or the psyche, as they would call it, we pronounce it psyche, is, he says that your consciousness, yourself, is a function of your brain, of you. So like sight is a property of the eye, consciousness is a property of the human. In Buddhism, there's something called the Anatman doctrine, which is the not self. And the short version, the best thing I came up with to try to make a metaphor for it, and this was approved by Ajahn Punadamo. I had a discussion with him about this. It's like your ego, your consciousness. It's like if we're in a dark room, you might have heard me say this before. If I'm holding a cigar in a dark room and I make the cigar go in a circle very rapidly, you will see a solid circle. But that's not real. It exists. Something can be not real, but it can still have existence. That's kind of what we are. We're a vortex. We're a happening. It's like we're a verb, not a noun. That's basically the Buddhist standpoint, and that's basically Aristotle's standpoint. And this goes completely against Plato, who has this idea that there is this thing to which, like a soul, like a you, a thing in itself, to which things happen. Rather, you are yourself a happening, would be the way to put it. But yeah, we could do a show about Buddhism. That would be cool. Talk about all kinds of interesting things. I talk real pretty, I know. I was a pirate, technically, briefly, for a short time. Mentioned that once, and Jaffe got all excited about it. The lead singer of Hungry Jack was a pro wrestler. His costume on stage was he used to wear this Mexican wrestling mask, and then he would wear a nun's habit over that with a cheese grater as bling. He wrestled under the name Good Lord Willing for a local, just a small-time wrestling thing. Yeah, he was a bad guy. He'd come out with a British flag, and his move was the tea bag. He would get his victim down on the floor, and then he'd climb up on the ropes. But he said that he never actually did the tea bag because they would always get rescued, and he would always get defeated because he was the bad guy kind of deal. We actually played at a wrestling event once, that he got us a gig at, and I got to meet a lot of his co wrestlers and stuff. That was kind of interesting.
Sour cream,
Oh
onion
my,
diced.
nice.
Let me see. I made substitute roytel. I took some cherry tomatoes that I happened to have and some
Ah,
chili in it, chilies in a jar I happen to have. So I'm
right.
really just winging this. I'm not using the real ingredients.
That's where it comes out best sometimes. You open up the fridge, what's in there?
Nice thing
You know,
about food, it all eats.
I know my wife has this thing she makes, and it's like basically what she says. I'm making our little casserole, tuna casserole, or whatever it is, but it can have anything in it. It's whatever happens to be there, and it's just bake it down, and it's usually delicious. And I always feel very virtuous whenever I help clean out the fridge.
Ah,
It's like, oh, good, we're eating leftovers. Let's get all this stuff.
we'll take virtue where we can get it.
Yes, yes.
Mm.
Food is very virtuous, or it can be.
Now, oh yeah, been heading this way for a while, waiting for the chicken to thaw.
Oh,
Good. Thawed enough. Yeah, what is this? 2.27 pounds of Baja Citrus Chipotle chicken breast.
interesting. Huh.
Got it for free.
There are a lot of different chicken breeds. I'd never heard of the Chipotle chicken, but I'll ask a friend of mine that raises chickens.
Well, let me see. We used to have a chicken expert or two on Minds. Now, didn't we? It's been a few years.
Mm,
Oh, we did.
the chicken game. No, Mike had a chicken game for a while.
I'm not aware of that one.
It was like something about an egg. I don't know. I never played it much. I never understood it very well. I'm not really very good at the internet. I'm very empirical. I press a button and something happens.
Which is a terrific approach. One of the best computer guys I was around years ago, I figured out his approach after working in an office with him for quite some time. He simply had this narrative in his mind that says, what happens if you do this? And he would try anything. His nickname was the Mad Bomber because he actually set a bomb off in a locker to get back at somebody who took his girlfriend.
Wow.
Yeah, the Mad Bomber.
I'm sure that got his girlfriend back.
Oh, like always, right?
I'll show her.
Yep.
Yeah. Careful now.
Thanks very much. I've got the blade facing away from me.
Oh, good. I at these moments I usually say I don't want to remember all the first aid they taught me 40 years ago, but they couldn't really do much for it even from here, except like tourniquet, not around the neck.
Okay.
There you go, chicken.
Now, is there a fast way to shred chicken? All I'm thinking of is just chopping it. The recipe calls for shredded chicken. I thought
Right.
I had shredded, but no, it's whole breasts that have been marinated, which is good.
Huh.
Boy,
I think unless you've got some kind of a grinding machine.
now a blender, chicken in a blender. Nah.
Mm. Chopping's the way to go.
Chopping it is, I do believe. I'm not sure I've got the best chopper out either. But oh well.
Remember reading an account of a woman who was in Paris. She had written a cooking memoir. She was actually the wife of a CIA station chief that would get assigned to different embassies. And the open spy that they have. The actual spies have things like, cultural affairs attaché and all that kind of deal. But they always have to have some guy there with a big target on him.
Signal bleeds across
and she was saying she wanted hamburger basically. So she went into a little butcher store. This must have been the 1950s or something. I said, I want ground meat. It's like, well, I just chop it. It's like, no, I want it chopped. Like, no, I want it ground. Like, no, I'll chop it. Like, no, look, I want it. So he just started with his knife and made perfect hamburger just with a knife. Just shredded it up.
Every shows the American.
Yeah. She also talked about finding ground glass at the bottom of her salad once, which is...
Now, what was that about? What happened there?
Oh, the thing about the old ground glass, that's like an urban legend. Somebody attempted to poison her. The old idea is that if you grind glass and put it in someone's food, they'll eat it, and then it'll kill them. It doesn't actually work. I think you actually... I read one recipe of using ground diamond, but I don't think that it actually works. For one thing, people say, what's all this ground glass in my food? Aha, V has joined the meeting.
Oh, whom have we here?
Hello, everyone.
Hello, V.
V for victory.
V for volition.
V for welcome. Welcome to the meeting.
Willkommen, mein alter Kameraden. Wie geht's?
Gut. Und du?
Guten Nacht, eh?
Guten Abend, guten Nacht.
Depends on your time zone.
I was gonna say
That's about all my German. I got a little more Spanish than that, but that's about it. Hola,
Ja,
amigo.
ich war ein Junge, ich hatte in Deutschland gelebt, aber ich habe vergessen alles.
Ah. Yeah, you're way past me. My Bavarian aunt could translate you, but I'm out of there.
My wife takes German.
So this is what's passing for shredded chicken. Yes, I'm simply dicing it. Dicing it kind of
works.
medium.
I think it works. It's your recipe, not theirs.
Sure, right about that.
I mean, the minute you put those little tomatoes in, cherry tomatoes, you've already marked it for your own.
Driven off the map, there be dragons.
Mmm.
All right, we doing a cooking show?
Yeah.
Inadvertently, it just happens to be that my church gave me about 100 pounds of meat. There must be 40 pounds of this chicken, and about 40 pounds of ground beef patties, and about 40 pounds of ground pork butt.
And my invite is in the mail, right?
Did it what?
My invite's in the mail, right?
Well, of course.
Well then, sir, I don't think you have enough food.
Well, I mean, you saw the size of my casserole, right?
Yes.
There's enough.
Yes, his favorite casserole dish, yes.
I'm gonna be a monster.
Yeah, the better the food, the more I eat. So,
There you go.
Be careful inviting me over.
Oh. Youth and its energy.
I looked up this recipe online, and I have done nothing but adulterate it since I got started.
Yeah, you gotta make it your own.
Yeah, that's as it should be. It's like playing jazz, everybody plays it a little different.
Oh man, I might put on some Vince Guaraldi.
There you go.
Love that Vince Guaraldi. Let me see. I'm not sure that I can get my YouTube music to play the same time as Jesse, but I'm gonna try it. Y'all excuse me a minute.
Yeah, I think we might lose him.
Release the Kraken. You never know. What's been up in V's world?
Oh boy, just preparing for an even harsher winter here.
I'm
north of Chicago here, so.
I'm in the foothills of the Adirondacks. We just had 15 below the other was a few days ago.
Yeah, it's getting below over here as well.
Global cooling,
Yeah.
They warned me of that when I was a child. They did. They were saying we could have glaciers rolling over the Canadian border within 100 years.
Well, that was around the time where you're
years ago.
hiding underneath desks waiting for nuclear blasts.
Mm. That's a good place to wait. You got to wait somewhere. I've been under my desk for 75 years now, waiting.
By the road already. Yes, it does going to be something.
No, see me. If there's nuclear blast coming by, I'm not gonna want to survive. I'm gonna get outside. I'm gonna get as close to that blast as soon as possible. Take me out immediately. I don't want radiation sickness. I don't want tumors. I don't want any of that stuff.
I once thought I saw a nuclear blast. It was the most amazing and insightful experience. I was lying in bed, and many years ago, it had to be like the early 1980s, and I'm lying in bed, and all of a sudden I'm awake, and I'm lying in the bed, and all of a sudden the bed is shaking, and everything's shaking, and I open my eyes and I look out the window, and I see this huge globe of light bursting on the horizon. This is in the middle of the Cold War.
Oh,
And you know what my reaction was? Anger. I was so pissed. I said,
Really?
those fuckers. Like Charlton Heston.
Yeah.
And I'm like, those fuckers. And then I'm thinking a minute, I'm thinking, wait a minute, what's over there? That's the East.
Yeah.
There's nothing there but Vermont. Who's going to come? I said, that's the sun. Oh my God. And I'm like, it's an earthquake. And meanwhile, my girlfriend's in the bed next to me, just clutching there. She's going, oh, I mean, it takes longer to tell it, but like just for like about 2 seconds, I was so pissed at the world. Like, those bastards. They did it.
Wow.
God damn them to hell.
Didn't Homer Simpson say, darn them all to heck?
Yeah. You got to watch the censors, on prime time. Darn them to heck.
Oh, yeah. Those commie bastards.
Yeah.
Great.
Wow.
I love that when they're underneath and they're all worshiping the bomb, and they go, I reveal my inmost self unto my God. Now peel the masks off. Yeah. Love that line. I still use that once in a while.
There you go.
That's it anymore, yeah. It's funny because when you get old, like, I've got a little joke. Whenever I forget something, I say, at my age, is it senility or is it sinsemia? I don't even know if anyone knows what sinsemia is anymore. In my day, you get weed that was like half seed sometimes,
The only reason why I know Sensimia is because Cheech and Chong. Otherwise, I would never know.
Yeah, exactly. I remember when seeds, you always got seeds. And you could get like up to 50% of the weight could be seeds if you weren't careful.
Yeah.
So what nowadays is like if you find a seed, oh my God, I found a seed! Quick, plant it!
Yeah, we used to call those dirt weed.
Oh yeah, dirt.
Yeah.
It's changed so much.
Yeah.
And the weed that we have today, oh my God, it was so expensive back then. We call it kind bud.
Yes, the kind. Well, it's interesting the way prices are dropping. I read this very interesting article about how the whole dispensary model is just going to fall apart because they just, prices keep dropping and dropping and dropping. And I can go to my formerly black, now gray market dealer, and I'm getting like an eighth of like stuff that used to be like $400 an ounce for like $20.
I thought you were going to say black dealer. I was like, what's his name? Tyrone?
No.
Dealer.
I see no point to go to these licensed dispensaries. The thing about when they legalized it here, I'm in New York State, there was no political will to prosecute or persecute pot smokers anyway. So most guys I knew that smoke pot, most of my friends are older, we've all got established connections or grow our own. And nobody changed their habits at all. I mean, we had a lot of pot tourism and, it's more available. And it's nice to know that there's not going to be a drought anytime soon.
But prohibition never works.
No. And it was a huge black market. And we were like the state to legalize one of the last states in our area. So like everybody's going over to Massachusetts, everybody's going to Vermont, and they're spending all their money there. And we finally had, our governor kept putting the brakes on legalization because he was getting a lot of money from the alcohol industry here. But then when, I don't know if you heard much about our governor at the time, Cuomo, got in big trouble because he killed all those people in the nursing homes. And he had a lot of other things too, and all this sexual harassment and this and that.
Yeah.
So he was trying to distract attention. So when the legalized pot people came up, they said, We want you to be able to grow it at home. We want you to be able to have it. He's like, he just said, okay. And I
You
said,
know-
what?
Red maple lips, stars and stripes biting back. Trade winds get jealous when borders attack. Alberta's got a suitcase, boots by the door. Oil on her heels, she wants something more. Paris and Tokyo both holding their breath. France, Japan apart, one long exhale of death. The world in lace gloves, trembling hands, power undressing itself on live cams and stands. Every courtroom hums like a low-lit bar. Names taste dangerous when you say them slow. Justice wears perfume, drives a scarlet car, and everybody watches but nobody says no. Turn the lights down, let the sirens sing. National Guard heartbeats pounding DC. These are headlines after midnight, baby. Truth in leather, lies on display. Touch the chaos, feel it pull you in. Seduction wrapped in discipline. Yeah, the world's lying waste, and we're watching it fall. Slow, deliberate, consensual brawl. Hips shaking, quiet control. Whispers in Germany, turning ice cold. Candidates vanish like smoke in a room. Truth slips away, wearing borrowed perfume. Said this is 6 in tailored defiance. Champagne rebellion, velvet compliance. Anthems rebranded, labels redefined. Danger looks good when it crosses the line. They call it order, they call it fear, they call it safety when the door's locked tight. But control always leans in close to your ear and asks if you'll behave tonight. Turn the lights down, let the sirens sing. Law and desire share the same ring. These are headlines after midnight, baby. Power undressed, accountability delayed. Feel the tension, don't pretend you don't. Everybody watches, nobody won't. Headlines on legs, head wants to be seen. Bare knuckled, breathless, dangerously clean. They sent a smile wrapped in a talking point. Said trust us boys, but miss the joint. Camera circles, stories get bent. Masculinity framed like a crime scene tent. Charges fade, narrative sweat. Debates edited sharp like a threat. Bachelor talks as moral lectures. Desire audited back, self-appointed inspectors. Tell me what I'm allowed to want. Tell me slower. Influencers tangle in double lives. Truth caught cheating, sharpening knives. Preachers of virtue, poker-faced queens, exposed by the receipts they didn't need. Media mirrors distort the view, painting hunger as something taboo. But instinct doesn't apologize, it just waits, patient, until it's time. Turn the lights down, let the truth strip bare. Free speech breathing cold night air. These are headlines after midnight, baby. No halo clean, no villain pure. Touch the nerve, feel the shake. This is the risk we're addicted to take. sun comes up, but tension never sleeps. It just changes clothes.
When are we gonna start recording? What's the topics for tonight?
We've been recording and we're live streaming too, so watch your mouth.
Oh well, Roger's got some editing to do. I don't curse on recordings.
Hey, you guys! I didn't know you guys were there.
You know. Oh, it's 5:30 somewhere. Happy hour.
No.
Oh, I see what you mean.
I haven't
So
really.
good to be happy. Must be happy. Yeah.
Like if you
And as it so happens, I have plenty of time on my hands.
Well, you know, I used to produce and direct a cooking show.
Huh.
So if you ever get interested, hey, let me know.
Oh, I've made a fair amount of money playing that song, Linus and Lucy.
I was thinking we could just produce like the Return of Two Blades just as a standalone. What Two Blades has been doing, and then we have to have an adventure for him.
Oh,
Right.
are we done with the pirates?
Two Blades can be in a pirate universe, you know. Oh, Satori would get a kick out of that.
I'm having a lot of fun with these what if AI generated stories because it's just combining all my favorite things. Like, what if the Ghost Rider or Spawn landed in Warhammer 40K?
Mhm.
And it comes up with a 2-hour story
Right,
about it, and it's awesome. I like the mix and match kind of stuff.
Right. Stuff you couldn't do normally in the old days because it's like, oh, it's a different franchise, right?
Right.
You couldn't have like, Batman fighting like, oh, I don't know, Dudley Do-Right.
Batman is a favorite. They keep throwing Batman in different alternate universes like Warhammer or MC or
Right.
different animes even. The animes are charting up on the what ifs.
Oh.
Dragon Ball Z universe. What if It's like those are really cool.
Ghost
Yeah.
Riders in the sky. Well, Odin was the original Ghost Rider, right? The Wild Hunt up in the sky. Odin galloping on his horse, his 8-legged horse.
Well, I don't know if he was Zartana, the spirit of vengeance, or not, but sure.
Well, he's a pretty vengeful guy.
Yeah.
He's a god of war and vengeance and poetry, which is interesting.
Yeah, and all the other things too. I want to see Two Blades go against Corn Pop. Hey, Corn Pop was a tough dude.
Mike is here! Hooray! Minds Gaming! Hello!
What's up, guys?
Oh, a little of this, we were just talking about you not long ago.
Originally, the golden earring was from Embers, so that's our book, and that's what a little girl gave it to a traveler that helped her find her locket as payment, and it was kind of like a thank you and a bond at the same time, and but it kind of goes deeper into that because death. The traveler in the book kind of represents death and how death travels, and it's like as a person, it kind of tries to mortalize death. So,
Right.
Giving a golden earring to death is kind of like an internal loop with life itself. It's very interesting. In the story, he pulls out her locket from the well, so he has to fish for her locket out of the well, and then that's when he gets the earring. So yeah, I definitely I pulled the well from like a cave.
A lot of things inform us that we're not even conscious of. And I've said before, all great writing speaks on so many levels to people, and we function consciously and unconsciously. So our unconsciouses touch each other through these stories. And I wanted to bring something up about the earrings. There are usually earrings come in a pair,
Mm-hmm.
So if she gives Death one of the earrings,
Mm-hmm.
and she has the other earring still, then there's an entanglement between the two earrings, a connection, right? Is that like quantum entanglement in a sense?
Right. So
Joining of the
kind
lobes, perhaps.
Right. It's
Well,
kind
I
of
was
like-
actually going to ask: does it have anything to do with the Metamora earrings, like from Dragon Ball Z?
Lime juice.
No, great catch. I love that. That is so. That's great, dude. I will use that as my next explanation, no matter what. Love that. But yeah, it was like she gave her one, she held on to one until the book moved on, but yeah, and the main key was that the one he chose was the one that was muddy in my story. He decided to choose the one that got dirty, that represented the work that he did, and he gave that because the girl offered him both, and he only took one and gave her the one that wasn't muddy. He said, "No, I want you to keep that one." So it's kind of like a mutual agreement, and this is the work I've done kind of thing. At the same time as making a bond with Death and him holding on to something that's
he takes down the dirt, and she retains the innocence of a clean earring.
Right. Yeah. For sure.
Oh, nice. So Death is taking that load on his shoulders for her.
Right. Mm-hmm.
He's carrying the earth, the dirt, and of course the earth we're all made of earth.
Oh yeah.
So,
yeah. Definitely.
Although the spirit is liquid in your stories, I've noticed.
Yeah. I like liquids a lot. Containers and mason jars. Souls are usually liquid, and they're in the well and in the rivers and in mason jars that are filled with liquid. So yeah, they definitely are flowing. Flowing.
Wow. Yeah. Well, we were talking before about how souls can be put into a teacup and drank.
Yes. Yeah. That's how it all started, right? I mean, that's how the book starts. Is Death gets tired of weighing souls and with his tea kettle, so he just starts going up and walking. So the world tree is meant to represent never-ending life. It's a tree that is gigantic and never will die. It always will live. It always produces life. There's a chapter in Ember's Adventures about the world tree, or where they have to try to cut it down and drag it through a city and all these kind of things. And it's very interesting chapter.
It definitely it's definitely supposed to represent an interstitial like a nexus for many other realities, right?
A well as a connection with the underworld. It's a liminal area. It's like one of those borderline areas. It's a kind of a pathway to somewhere else. You look down the well. It's dark. It's mysterious. It's liquid. And so it's a connection, and you could go down and come up again. You're leaving our world. You're bringing something up from somewhere else. And the tree kind of makes that what always got me about trees is you look at all the branches arching over you and you realize that the root system is arching under you as well. So in the same way, there's a connection between the sky and the earth, the air and the water. It's very powerful.
Yeah, trees are crazy. Roots are magical.
Well, I like the symbolism because there's a Warhammer 40k lore where it has Zench. He has this black hole basically, and it's the one thing that he can't see into, and he's afraid of it. And he sends one of his greater demons, a Lord of Change, into the black hole. Now it came back more powerful but more insane. So
That's a very interesting way of thinking of things. Send someone else. I mean, that's what we try to do. We try to send someone else and observe, right? Instead of going ourselves.
Well, fucking see what happens. See what's out there.
Orders came laid on oil-stained paper. Grid lines crooked, names erased. Strategically irrelevant, they told us. So we marched to the quiet place. Helmets low, eyes forward. Mud like prayer beneath our boots. If the war don't need a reason, neither do the ones it choose. Two commands, both stamped and holy. Both say move, both say stay. Truth don't live down here with us now. Truth got promoted away. Obedience under pressure. Silence feels like home when the shouting stops and orders lock. You're never alone, but you're not your own. Hold the line, don't ask why. Let the meaning burn away. The Imperium remembers nothing, but it functions anyway. Sealed vault under broken stone, red robes, no insignia. Sisters watching without a sound, like judgment without a face. Headache static, missing minutes. Thoughts repeat inches, voices. Feels real good when the order's clear. Feels wrong, I didn't have a choice. They say it's not corruption, just discipline refined. But the quieter my conscience gets, the louder hums my mind. Obedience under pressure, grief wrapped in command. When you stop deciding who you are, you finally understand. Hold the seal, don't break the chain. Legitimacy over truth. The system bends, the system stays. It runs on me and you. The warp don't knock, it listens. When denial digs in deep, not summoned by the wicked, but by promises we keep. No heroes, no saviors, just roles that need to hold. If the sigillum starts to fracture, history gets cold. Obedience under pressure, survival's not a win. If we live to be reassigned, that's how it ends. No statues, no confession, just a redacted name. The war goes on, the files stay clean, and we all disappear the same. I wasn't right. I was useful. The war continues.
I love myths. That's where I've read so many myths and from different cultures, and from the Mayans, Santax to Popol Vuh. It's just I've definitely read some English myths, but they're not as fun. And there are a lot of good myths, and I think a lot of people haven't really played with them for a long time. They kind of just rewrite the same thing over and over. It's the same story with different actors or different a different background, but it's still the same cadence. It's still the same overall morals and goals in the story. They're just rewriting the original myth and overusing the artifacts in the myth for their own kind of building structure.
Well, so yeah, we've talked about this. Well, when I was here, as long as I've been here, we've talked about this a couple times. I do, like, for example, my thing, the favorite thing that I like to study lately is Gnosticism. And yeah, it pretty much shows that it's only one story. The human experience is basically one story. You're born into a world, you see something wrong with the world, there's conflict, and either you make a difference, you change it, or you succumb to it. Mm-hmm. So, ancient aliens.
Ancient aliens. Well, I think it's interesting because, like, you go into like biology and DNA molecules and how they hold memory and storage and how we relate, and it's kind of the same process as thought, right? Because, like, we're always thinking. Like, we don't actually have a eureka moment ever, where our mind is always processing our thoughts, and the only thing that we register is our sampling of it. So a eureka moment is your memories stacking up to a point where they say, oh, this is the solution to this, I found it, and here it is, and it just kind of gives it to you. So that's why you have those kind of moments of time, is because all this information in your DNA stacks up, and then you finally have this moment of what we feel is, magical eureka, or an idea, or whatever you may call it. And so, I mean, I think saying that DNA could possibly stretch across, generations and contexts is perfectly possible, because we inherit our DNA down chain. So I mean, I don't see why that's not possible, and why we can't, why we can't use this information.
Well, and it's funny that you say that, because when it comes to psychology, for example, you have a thought. Say you have a positive thought, and you also have a subconscious negative thought. You constantly questioning yourself. Mm-hmm. But there are people who have gone through trauma, and they'll have, let's say, 4 negative thoughts. They'll have, let's say, you want to go out and dancing, for example. Like, oh, I don't have the money to dance. I suck at dancing. Everybody looking at me weird. There's so much energy. So you have all these thoughts simultaneously. And that's the psychology of someone with post-traumatic stress. Mm-hmm. And so and when you have stress, you have a trauma or anything that can interact with your mind or your physiology. There can be a memory put into your genetics. That's how we evolve. The stuff goes into our genetics. So it is literally a quantum memory. So the way we think can literally shape who we are.
Oh,
even
absolutely.
the next generation. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Port of Swords Tavern, a radio play. Fade in. Thunder rumbling outside, rain lashing against wooden shutters. Inside, a roaring fire is crackling. Tankards are slamming on tables. There's bawdy laughter. A hurdy-gurdy wheezing out a salty jig. Dice rattling, shouts of yo-ho-ho and God save the king mingling uneasily. The Port of Sorts, that lawless sinkhole where the 7 seas spill their roughest scum. Tonight, under flickering tavern light, captains of every stripe gather at the longest table in the salty wench tavern. Rum flows, old grudges simmer, and alliances are forged in the haze. The door creaks open with a gust of wind, heavy footsteps, and a dignified meow. Keep the change, barkeep. A round of grog for me mates, but water the rum light, eh? And none for the pipe. 'Tis unlit, as the precepts demand. Aye, Sir Reginald approves. My golden Turkish van. Eyes greener than emerald isles, wiser than any admiral. Hop up here on the table, Reg. Watch these rogues for me. The chairs scrape and the tankard studs as Sir Mark Edworthy says,
Captain Otto, you old privateer scoundrel, still pretending you are better than the rest of us with your letters of marque. The insufferable patrols these waters proper like under his majesty's flag.
Sir Mark Edworthy, with your proper like curly locks and tidy beard, still measuring the wind by royal decree. Sit, man, no steel drawn tonight. Intention matters more than crowns or colors. Boisterous laughers and boot thumps as more arrive.
Otto, the king's lapdog, sharing a table. This be richer than Spanish doubloons. Begleg beat me, lad. Fetch the black rum, none of that navy piss water.
Hey, Captain Jolly, Dump Dump, coming right up for the Seahawks' finest. Bartender, black rum all round.
General cheers, yay, and overlapping greetings.
Otto, ye gray-haired monk of the seas, and that cat of yours, Sir Reginald, wearing his little hat like he owns the fleet. He captains you, don't he?
More than you know, Jolly. What brings this lot together? Whispers of the great Indies convoy? Fat prizes, ripe for the taking?
Prizes? Just lawful capture for the crown. The insufferable will escort it home with honours.
Honor, we'll take it outright, no questions asked, eh, Pegleg?
Aye, Captain. The Seahawk will swoop like a hawk on a pigeon. Dump Dump. I'll man the cannons myself.
Tempting waters, lads, but Kama clings to stolen gold like barnacles. Pure intent or foul, that's the true course. Sir Reg here sees clear.
Always preaching your heathen ways, Otto. But even a privateer needs allies when broadsides fly.
Two uneasy friends, then. May the best ship win or share the spoils.
Here, here.
To the sea.
To the sea. To gold. To the wind.
To wind. Gar.
Tankards clash loudly. Hurdy-gurdy swells into a raucous shanty. Arr, Jim lad. Laughter echoes as thunder booms outside. In the port of sorts, rivals raise a glass, but the sea keeps her own score. Who knows what dawn will bring? Dawn, bring us some more beer! Fade out on song and storm. The end.
Yeah,
well done, everyone.
Right.
Welcome to the court gathering, where minds unite, people blabbering.